welcome to the Coorie and Carry On podcast. I'm Laurna,
And I'm Gemma.
and we're feeling very festive today. We're going to chat about reasons why it's great to carry over the festive period and into the Hogmanay and over the new year as well. So let's chat about some reasons why it's so good.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot at Christmas. I love it. It's a great time of year, but it is. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot of going out
Yep.
and being around people and
A
eating
lot
and
of
drinking.
socializing.
I mean, I love it, but also, can people just not, be around me? I'm too
Don't
old and
don't people
antisocial.
near me. Let me just
Um,
talk at you and
so
walk away.
yeah, like I have done my socializing for today. Please leave. I need one of those signs that says leave by 9 o'clock. Um, but yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, carrying can be a really, really handy tool while it is the festive period for a whole bunch of reasons. I would say my favorite reason of it all would be first and foremost that you get to sort of control where your baby is at all times and who's got their paws on
Hmm.
them. Because I
Yes.
think, especially if you've got a tiny newborn, everybody wants to get grabby with them. They want
Touching.
to hold, and I get that.
And there's,
Like,
yeah, and there's
to,
so many bugs and germs going around this time of year, and you want to keep them safe, and you don't know who's been touching what, where they've been, and it's a great way to keep babies safe from germs, but also it's too much stimulation for a newborn getting
yeah.
passed around all the time. Like, come visit in wee bursts and not like if you just
Mhm.
depend if you've got a big family as well. You've got like 20 people in a room that all want to hold the baby. So like, oh sorry, baby's sleeping on me. See them later.
Honestly, 20 is low for my family. I have 20 cousins. So
Oft.
then then they all got married. Now they've all got their own kids, and then we've got the aunts and uncles. Like, there's
Too many
genuinely, when
people.
I got married, honestly, when I got married, half my guest list was just my immediate sort of family. Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. So it is, yeah, it's tricky, and especially with a super flu that's going around, like you
Mm,
do want to be a bit more careful this year than other years.
yeah,
Um, Although at least we're not back to lockdown status, because that Christmas
true.
was, oh, it was lonely. I had to cook. I never
Yeah.
cook at Christmas. I go to my mum's. So
I know. Yeah, it was quite nice though, just having a super chilled Christmas. Like we had our Zoom, we had board games and everything, and it was quite nice. And with a wee baby as well, it was just nice to no rush, no running around. It was quite nice. So you should have like a lockdown Christmas event if you've got a newborn at Christmas. It's just a lot more chilled.
yes, yeah, but you are allowed to go out. It's
Yes.
not pain of police action.
I know
Um,
some people actually like to socialize.
yeah, it's not me, but Um, so yeah, I mean, using a carrier, you can strap your baby to your chest. You can say to people, "Sorry, baby's asleep." You can give them a cuddle later. It just gives you more control
Hmm.
over how stimulated your child is, over their sleep schedule. Because, I mean, kids missing
All over the
naps at
place.
Christmas, oh,
It's
brutal,
a nightmare.
brutal.
Yeah, definitely. And
Um,
also, if you're one of those kind of people that find it hard to say no, especially to family
mm,
members, you can be like, oh, well, look. And also, if somebody can look and see that baby's sound asleep on your chest and in the sling, they're like, oh, I don't want to take them out. Don't worry. I'll just have a wee look, sort of thing, rather than being like, oh, I'll keep them asleep. You can scoop them out your arms still asleep. It's like, can't do that in a sling. You can, but you're not going to
yeah,
let them.
yeah. I think I know certainly for me, when because my daughter was born in the November, and then we had Christmas straight after in 2019.
Mm.
And we were going up and down in my village. There was like a Christmas thing on down at the town hall. So we walked down, had her in the stretcher wrap. It was an easy way for me to keep her close. I didn't have to faff about with going all the way around the back of the town hall to go in the ramp to use a buggy. I
Mm.
just got to go up the front steps with everyone else. Um, it was really busy because the whole village had come out for it. So
Mm.
I didn't have to try and push through, but I also didn't have to deal with all, because the old lady is a very old village I'm from, and all the old ladies like to touch the baby. And
Yeah.
so they were all like, "Oh, is that the baby?" I'm like, "She's sleeping. Don't touch us."
Stewie.
I was like holding her close to my chest, and also because I had a jacket on as well, a baby
Yeah.
wearing jacket, though it was appropriate. Um,
Yeah.
so my child's airway was safe. But it meant that sometimes people didn't even realize I had it on me. So
Mm.
because she was just sound asleep, she was more content. She wasn't overwhelmed. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, and you could like do what you wanted to. So that kind of
Totally.
next takes us nicely on to a next reason why it's good and shopping. Getting
Oh,
places when you're going shopping. So even if you're organized, I think like it starts getting busy so much earlier every year, and shops are hoaching. You kind of get round the shops, and especially if you've got a big buggy or anything like that, trying to get through the shops when there's loads of people there, everyone else has
aye,
got trolleys and everything taking up space. So if you've got a sling. One, you've got baby safe and secure, you know where they are, and you don't have to worry about people dropping things on them or nudging them or leaning over the buggy. But also, then you've got two hands free for your shopping if you want to carry it and not having to overload a
exactly.
buggy, which is handy. Yeah,
Yeah.
shopping was always, I hate shopping anyway, but like,
Mm.
um, having baby in a sling made it so much easier.
Yeah, I think certainly for me, like I remember one Christmas, it was pre-baby, but I went into Tesco um to buy the dinner for the Christmas because my dad was really unwell, so they couldn't do the shopping. So I went in and I vividly remember hiding in the fruit and veg aisle because it was the only quiet space in the shop. Shout out to Scotland. But I genuinely hid in the aisle because everywhere else was so busy and I was so overwhelmed that like I
Yeah.
was just so completely stressed trying to move amongst all these people. And
Hmm.
um and I mean I used to work in retail back in the day and
Yep.
I
Same.
hated Christmas with a passion because there were just people everywhere. And I'm a
Yep.
fully grown adult with a fully functioning frontal lobe. I can make decisions, I can control my temper, and yet still I was in sensory overwhelm.
Yep.
And I mean, for children, it is, I mean, not even just
A
for tiny
lot.
babies, for your toddlers,
Hmm.
for your preschoolers, for your school age kids. Oh my God. My
Yep.
kids are absolutely up to high do at the minute because they
Yeah.
are so excited Santa's
The
coming.
thought of taking my kids now into shops at this time of year is just gives me the dread. Just like why would you do it? So we're waiting until like the kids are like next week. The kids are in Monday, Tuesday, which is
Oh,
rubbish because
maybe
yeah,
finish Friday.
I know most kids are finishing tomorrow, but no, mine are in Monday, Tuesday. But also, that's quite good because if we've got any last minute bits to do, we can go into shops together because other half's off, and it makes it so much easier that we don't have to worry about kids running around because obviously they're
Aye.
bigger now, so it's not like you can't just pop them in a sling. The wee one still could, but the big one, she might reject it a wee bit.
I
12-year-old on
mean,
my
she has got
back,
tech.
just get there. She's 12. With big, massive, long legs. I'm like, coming through, big legs in the way.
That's one way to make space. So
True.
carry your preteens. That will make space in the aisle for you. Um,
When people ask, how long can you carry? As long as you want.
if you use a woven wrapped, fully adults,
Yes.
I've seen them in. Um,
Beat me to it. Yeah, but yeah, toddlers especially. Obviously, with newborns, you're probably not wanting to be going out and doing lots of shopping and
yeah,
stuff because you've got a newborn. So that's a good excuse to make someone else do the shopping. But if you need to get out and you've got an older child or a toddler, having them on your back, they're not going to run away. They're not going to hide under clothing racks. They're not
yeah,
going to be grabbing everything, be like, oh, I want this, putting things in the trolley and stuff. You can keep them entertained on your back. I used to keep my wee one entertained at the back when I was doing shopping and stuff. I would give him a book. He would read a book or look at a book or play with a wee toy or something just to keep him entertained. Or I would choose something small. Well, this is what I used to do. I used to go in the shop, go down the toy aisle first, give him something to hold, and I'll be like, oh, can you hold this for me? We'll keep him entertained. It's in a box, it's wrapped up, entertained all the way, and then I'll be like, oh, right, give me that now. And I'd put it back and then go by. So sometimes he would get a new toy out shopping, but not always, because it would just keep
yeah,
him entertained. And then by the time we get home and he's forgotten all about it. Um, but yeah, it's just
yeah. I
easy to
think
keep him entertained.
yeah, with my son, like I used to put him on my back just to keep him in control,
Yeah.
because otherwise he's a hooligan and would disappear off to go look at things that he found interesting. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, I think with him, what I used to do was the sort of the necklacey things. I
Hmm.
would snap them round the strap rather than wear them as a necklace because otherwise they
Yep.
pull at me and choke me. So
Oh
I would
yeah,
strap them.
having a necklace. Been
So
there.
that's my top tip for necklaces. Put them around the strap of your shoulder strap, and then that way, if they pull at them, you don't get garroted from the back. Um,
Yeah.
no, because it's always fun to be choked at Christmas, but not by your child.
Yeah. Try to
Uh,
do the shop and try to wrestle a turkey off an old lady, and you're like,
yeah.
at the same time, I need that.
It
Not great.
is like Thunderdome. It is Christmas
Yeah.
shopping. Um, I mean, you see like movies where like people are in fighting for their lives and stuff in these post-apocalyptic movies, and that always makes me feel like Christmas. Like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it is. There's
it's
just like,
horrible.
and it also helps keep you calmer, I think. If you,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
one, you don't have the anxiety of a child running about or trying to walk nice or hold your hand or getting lost. That was always my biggest fear
Yeah.
of like source of anxiety in shops. He was always pretty good, but he would have tendencies to like get distracted by something and walk off. And when it's so busy, especially in like the shopping centre or something, when everyone's around and just wandering off. So having him on my back, it gave me the compression to relax me as well because it had the tightness of the carrier and his body relaxed on my back, helped me feel calmer, and I didn't have to be like, we have to do this as quick as possible so we can get out. So it just
Yeah.
it helped me like it was like a stress reliever on my back um when it's in a stressful situation. So it's a
Yeah.
calming thing as well for you.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, you always get a flood of oxytocin when you're getting a cuddle, so
Exactly.
oxytocin makes us nice and happy. Um, so keeping your baby close at Christmas is going to make you calmer and happier. That
Hmm.
said, again, if your kid is kicking off and being an absolute terrorist, it is absolutely okay to hand them to someone else. Although
Yes.
we were saying about all the benefits of carrying, it can be great if your child is overstimulated and is overstimulating you. Absolutely fine to say to your great auntie Shona, "Here you go." It doesn't mean that you need
Have some
to,
time with them.
yeah. It's like I'm done with this now. Please enjoy my
Your
child.
turn. That's when it's
Yes.
okay to pass the baby around when they're a
Yeah.
toddler driving you wild.
Um, so absolutely, I mean, carrying it can be really good for reducing sensory overwhelm in both of you. But if you get to the
Hmm.
point where you are like, I'm touched out, I'm my child has now been crying at me, they're fed, they're changed, they're safe. Yeah, pass them off to somebody else who wants a cuddle.
Yep.
You can always take them back and be like, no, now they need a sleep, and I'm going to put them back in the carrier and
Hmm.
go outside for 10 minutes and walk about.
Yep.
Um, again, we did an episode on the weather. So it's probably going to be cold and wet. It's Scotland. Wherever you are, it might be
Hmm.
cold and snowy. It's likely going to be cold.
Lucky.
Um, I
Yeah.
know it's going to be wet. It's Glasgow for me. It's going to be wet. Um,
Yeah.
but if you need some reminders on what to do, check out our weather episode. But basically, thin light layers, no snowsuits, and if you're going to wear a jacket, just maintain the airway as always.
Hmm.
Um, and you're just going to do your normal sort of safety checks with putting any baby in a carrier. Same with your toddlers on your back. You're going to want to make sure that they are safe and able to breathe.
Yeah.
Um, Other things about Christmas, I think we should talk about the proverbial elephant in the room because again we're Scottish. There's not a small amount of alcohol floats about at Christmas, New Year, especially New Year. I mean, Hogmanay is a good time for drinking. Certainly was when
Yes.
I was a youth. Uh,
Yep. It still is now.
but
Definitely
it's,
get the
I mean,
Baileys out.
the Baileys. Look at you, you're all grown up. Um,
I like a wee old lady here.
Me, I'm like crack open the Veuve Clicquot. Oh, I'm
Ah.
fancy. I'm a fancy person. Yeah. So I mean, if you're going to be sitting having a drink or 10 this Christmas, can you baby wear? I suppose would be the question. What do you
Hmm.
think, Laurna?
It depends. It depends. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're not going to get completely scooshed when you're in charge of a baby.
No.
Making sure you've got someone there that if you want to have a drink, make the decision. Like if there's two of you, like we would always say, right, okay, are you having a drink tonight or am I having a drink? Who can do it? So there's always one person responsible for the kids. And
Yeah.
obviously, if you're feeding with your body, then be aware of how much you're drinking, all that kind of common sense kind of things as well. But yeah, what we talked about earlier, it's all about balance, all about balance.
Yes.
So just
Balance.
there's nothing wrong with having a wee prosecco or a wee drink with your Christmas dinner, then fine. But obviously, if you're going to have enough to drink that is going to affect your balance and everything like that, then it's probably not safe. But baby can still be safe on you and enjoying a wee tipple.
Yeah. I mean, for certainly for baby wearing, if you are going to have more than a couple of drinks, then you're going to perhaps want to not baby wear because you might not be able to secure the airway, you might not be as
Yep,
responsive to your child. Obviously, we can't tell you what to do. We are not the police.
yep.
We're not here. I'm not judge and jury. We're not here to
Mm-hmm.
tell you that you're a good or bad parent. Um, we can only give you the advice that we have, which is
Yep,
if you are going to have more than a couple of drinks where you will become incapacitated in some way.
yep,
Much like with driving, in Scotland now the limit is so low that I think it's half a pint you can have before you
yeah.
start flagging the system. So it's just not
Mm-hmm.
worth it at this stage to
Yep,
do any form of drinking if you're going to get behind the wheel. Um, Even if you're staying at home, though, you're in your house with your kids and you want to have a few drinks, again, you'll not get any judgment off me for that. Absolutely none.
mm-hmm.
Um, but if you're going to baby wear, I would be mindful of if you've been drinking, you cannot secure the airway in your child because your
Yep,
judgment is compromised from the alcohol.
mm-hmm.
So at that point, you're going to want to hopefully have somebody who's going to remain sober in the house, or you're going to
Yep,
use something else like a flat-bedded cot to put your young child in, or your baby box, or
mm-hmm.
some kind, or the floor, assuming your floor is safe.
Yep.
You're going to put your child somewhere safe. Um,
It's
if
very
you
different
are,
having like one Prosecco when everyone's saying Merry Christmas and having one wee
yeah,
drink or like half a glass than drinking all out all throughout the day. Like
yeah, I
if
mean, if you're doing
it's
Christmas shots, like
yeah.
if you're doing shots of tequila with your Christmas dinner, it's
Yeah,
not
if
the
you're
time to
starting to
baby.
play drinking party games, it's probably time to pass the baby on to someone else.
Yeah. And again, if you've nobody who's staying sober in the house, that's entirely your decision. I mean, we would always recommend that if you're caring for children, there is someone sober in the house because
Yep,
kids can get up to all sorts of nonsense and have to go to the hospital at a moment's notice.
yep.
And sometimes they just have needs that you need to be sober to meet.
Yeah, and
As
they still
for
need some routine as well over
Yeah,
Christmas because it's just chaotic. So if you're just like, oh, it's a free for all, like fair enough if that's what you do and that's how you do
mm,
Christmas and stuff. But yeah, just have someone there that can be like, okay, now it's time for bed or jammies on or
yeah.
let's get the wee one's nappy changed or feed and stuff like
Mm,
that.
yeah. And I mean, certainly if you are feeding with your body, so breast or chest feeding, um, I would say that the current guidance is that you can drink and feed. There's
Hmm.
nothing to say that you cannot drink and feed. Um, what we recommend is the same as we are saying, if you are drinking to the point at which you are becoming inebriated, you must put the baby down.
Hmm.
And we say that because you cannot guarantee you won't drop your baby.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not to do with the breast milk or chest milk, it's to do with your stability and your ability to maintain the airway of your child. So,
Hmm.
and again, if you do choose to share a bed with your child, because again, I go to my mum and dad's at Christmas, we've limited beds. Sometimes the kids are in the
Yep.
bed with us.
Everyone's sharing
Um,
beds. Yep.
yeah, exactly. Because again, we all get together at Christmas. If you are drinking, it is unsafe to share a bed with a newborn.
Yep.
Um, there's lots of really good information on the Basis website about that. So if you choose to have a drink this Christmas, you can breastfeed, that's absolutely fine. But you're going to want to be mindful that you are sober enough to hold your child.
Mhm.
Um, you do not need to pump and dump. That's completely, it's an old
Yeah.
saying, but you don't need to
Outdated.
do that. Yeah, completely outdated. We do not need, your breast milk is not infected with alcohol. There's more alcohol in a glass of orange juice than there would be in your breast milk. Um, with baby wearing, absolutely you can baby wear, but again, you're going to be mindful of if you are sober enough to baby wear and keep your baby safe.
Yeah.
Um, because again, if you're unsteady on your feet or you're just distracted enough and you can't maintain your baby's safety, then you're going to want to think about putting them down somewhere safe.
Hmm.
And sleeping is always the big one because when you're asleep, you're not responsive. Any kind of alcohol or drugs, it's unsafe to share a bed with your child. So if because again it's Christmas, we're all coming together, you might end up sharing beds just because there's limited room.
Hmm.
So even if you're someone who's like, I've never shared a bed with my baby, but you might have to at Christmas time,
Yeah.
it's better to have the plan to do it or not do it than
Yeah.
to be half cut and then try and make a decision at that point.
Yeah. The thing is, like,
Um,
once you become a parent, there's no spontaneity. You can't just be out somewhere and be like,
um,
oh, let's get the drinks out. You have to
yeah,
plan ahead. You have to be like, right, okay. We always do it because we don't live far and we got family for Christmas, but we drive. So it's always like, right, okay,
yeah,
are you driving at Christmas or Hogmanay? We have one or the other. One
yeah,
drink has a wee drink at Christmas and one has a drink at Hogmanay. So it always works out well. So there's always one that's responsible for the kids or just be the driver as well. So if you have
yeah.
to drive somewhere, you've always got somebody there. So it's quite nice to plan ahead and be like, right, okay, who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who are you having a wee drink? That's fine. Then I know that I can't. I'm just on
Yeah.
the slur. See, I'm fancy too.
Yeah. You're so fancy.
So
Oh,
fancy.
goodness.
Right, so what else? We kind of got a wee bit deep there, didn't we? To kind of,
Oh, I
we
know,
don't want to
right?
scare people, but it's good to
No.
have some important information. And also, you might not have thought about it because you might be thinking
Yeah.
about wrapping the presents and doing all that and rushing around and kids and school plays and all that, and you're not thinking about like, oh, can I have a drink at Christmas? Can I not have a drink? So it's not to scare you, it's
It's
just
very,
to,
yeah, it's like making a birth plan. Like
yeah,
everybody's go, well, why do I have to make a birth plan? It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. Yeah, but the idea is
yeah,
to make you think about the medications you might choose in the moment, to make you think about,
mm-hmm,
to make you understand the steps of a C-section so you know what's going to happen if that happens to you.
yeah.
Um, to allow you to make the choice. Well, that's what I prefer. You know,
Yeah. So the same kind of
the
thing. You're just
idea,
planning.
yeah, you're just having an idea of what could and could not happen. So if I
Hmm.
choose to drink, I'm going to have to share a bed with my kid. So what could I do instead? Could I take a spare cot with me, or is there another
Hmm.
place for my baby to be? And it just means that when you get there, you're not then sitting on the fly trying to fire these things, like try to fix all these problems that suddenly appear on Christmas Day or in Hogmanay.
Yeah.
You know,
Take a bit of stress out of it as well.
yeah, exactly. So if you can just have a 5 minute chat with your partner or with your
Hmm.
whoever you're going to stay with, or if you're just staying home, you can be like, and I mean, again, you'll have people who are, perhaps single parents who are spending the time at home alone with their kids. We're not saying
Hmm.
you can't have a pint. Absolutely, you can. Like it's if you are staying home alone with your child this Christmas and you want to have a drink, of course you can. We're
Hmm.
not saying you can't. What we're saying
Just
is that
plan.
you might just have we think about, well, if something does go wrong and I'm having a drink, what's my next course of action? You know,
Hmm.
and it doesn't mean that you can't do all these things. It's just have a quick
Yeah.
5 minute thought about it the now while you're having a listen to us. You know,
Yeah.
because
Definite.
having been a parent who's had to problem solve at Christmas, it's just so much work. It's so much
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
it's like risk assessing, right? Okay, that this could happen. So what do I have to
Mhm.
put in place, or what solutions could I have prepared just in case this happens? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if you like we've had issues where we've not been drinking at the time, but if we had, like, how would we do an emergency run to A&E with a child that's split their head open?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's happened, and that's not something that you think, okay, right, are you going to fall over today? Are you going to hurt yourself? Oh, I don't know. But if it does happen, this is what we've got. This is what we're going to do.
Mhm.
This is the solution
Yeah.
ahead of. Because then it's more mental overload of things and thinking not everyone's good in a stressful moment to think, right, okay, oh crap, what do I do? And especially if you have had a drink, okay. But if you've already got those
Hmm.
ideas in your head, you'll be like, okay, right, okay, there's someone else. I don't have to think about this. There's the sober person, or there's someone else I can contact. So it's just kind of just making things a wee bit easier. Definitely. That's what we're
Hmm.
wanting to do. We want everyone to have a nice time. So let's look at something a wee bit more fun. Well, having a drink's fun, but like, not as heavy. Let's go on a lighter
Yeah.
subject. Um, cooking at Christmas, if
Yeah.
you're going to be cooking, if you're baking, um, we do a lot of baking over Christmas. We haven't started this year yet, but we have to. We've got a lot of baking that we need to catch up on. So if you're in the kitchen and doing things, if you've got a newborn, having the newborn on you is going to be so much easier, definitely,
Mm.
because then you can get things done and you don't have to worry about, okay, can I hear that phantom cry from the other room? Are they crying? Do they need a feed? Do they need a change? Are they upset? Are they a Velcro baby and they want to be held all the time?
Yeah.
They can be sound asleep on you or even awake and just being content on your chest while you're baking with a toddler or another child or doing some baking or cooking for family, making the soup, making the cheesecake, making whatever you want to make for Christmas. What's your favorite things? What do you make any bacon or soups or anything? What do you do at Christmas?
Uh, so fortunately for me, my I go through to my mum's for like my mum and dad's for Christmas,
So
so
you
they
get
do a
everything
lot of the
done.
cooking.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
do
I
you
know.
not
I'm
make
a
anything
lady.
to take with you?
No, why would I do that? My mum and dad make the dinner. Genuinely, my mum, she's got so I've got one sibling, and he has no children. So there's literally eight of us for dinner. So they're my two kids, my husband and I, my brother and his partner, and my mum and dad. And yet, my mum fills the house as if we are going into the zombie apocalypse. There will never
Oh
be food
yeah.
to be seen again. Like, genuinely, you cannot shut the fridge and freezer. She fills it
See,
so
that's
full.
that's a wee Scottish mum thing, isn't it? That's it's
It's a
like
proper
I'm a
mom.
feeder. All
It's a right wee
Scottish
mom.
mums and grannies are feeders. Like, here, you must eat all of the food in the house.
Honestly, like every Christmas, she's like, I just made some tablet ice cream. I'm like, to go with what? The trifle?
Oh,
Or,
I'm coming down for
or
some.
oh, it's bra, I'm telling you, it's nice. Um, aye, but I'm like, does it go with the sherry trifle, ma'am? Or or does
That's
it
an
go
extra. That's
with
the ice cream course.
Aye, honestly, she's ridiculous. And then we have dinner quite late on as well. So by the time it comes to the cheese board, which she again makes enough cheese and biscuits for like half of Scotland. Like you could come down, she'd feed you. Uh,
Aye.
so it's ridiculous. So no, I do not take food with us, but she does like to bake with the kids. So especially with my son, she pops him up in the bunker and sits beside him, and so he'll sit up in the bunker. She'll be making the stuff beside him and handing over all the ingredients and stuff.
By the
So
way, for anyone listening that doesn't know the Scottish lingo, a bunker is what's a
a
bunker?
worktop.
It's like a worktop. I know.
It's
I had someone say that to me. It's like, what's a bunker? I was like, that bit. That's the top of the
but you do
workspace. It's a bunker.
we chop
Not like we
we
don't
chop
have like a hidden like like underground bunker in the kitchen. Like go hide in the bunker, quick! Granny's getting the cheese out.
aye, well, to be fair, like to be fair, we've got our house was the police station in the village, so we've got
Mm.
like this wee thing, and it's we call it the cell because it's like this tiny little bit. It was a cell, so it's
Oh,
where
I want to
we
see it
like.
next time I'm over.
Oh, it's not that exciting. There's a tumble dryer in it now.
Oh,
But my mum also will use that to store all of her excess dried like stuff she's bought. So all the crisps and stuff are hiding in there. Um, but I so also when we're talking about Scottish words you used the word hochin earlier, which for anyone listening means busy. Uh,
sorry. We should
it's to
have
say
like
that, and I was
this is why we need subtitles. So if you're watching on the video, watch it with subtitles, and it makes well no, because it'll just
it will
say
only help.
subtitles. We should have like a translation in the caption, be like, right, okay, we mentioned this word. This is what it means. This is what this word means.
Um, completely off piste here, but did you ever see the TV show? It was always on at Christmas. Parliamo Glasgow.
No, I was
Oh, it was
always
brilliant.
Scotch and Rye. Scotch and
Oh,
Rye
I
I
love a
grew
bit of
up with at
Scotch
my
and Rye.
granny's. Classic.
Love a bit of Scotch and rye. But no, Parliamo Glasgow is fantastic, and I'll need to send you some links. But
Yeah.
basically, it was based off a TV show that was about, I think, Parliamo Spanish or something. But basically,
Uh-huh.
it used to be a proper TV show that would be like, I would like to go to the bookshop, and then they would say it in whatever language the show was in,
Ah,
and
right,
you just
yeah.
write
But
it
it's
down. But
Glaswegian.
it was Glaswegian. It was
That sounds
amazing.
brilliant.
So yeah, we need Parliamo Korean. Uh,
Hi. See, I love it how people like listen to these episodes and think that it's going to be so educational, informative, and it's us just us going off on tangents and being like
we are educating
talking
people
about.
on the quality Scottish TV shows that exist because Scotch and Rye, honestly, like I quote Scotch and Rye almost daily. Like, see,
Oh my God, it's
anytime I pull
classic.
the car over, I'm like, Mum, then still in the car, and my dad's always like, and at Christmas, anytime somebody picks up a drink, it's always, oh, what's is that? You've got water. It's lovely water. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, was a sketch about a priest getting slowly drunk on gin. He didn't know he had gin. And
And
honestly,
water is water.
yeah, well, lovely water. Uh,
Lovely.
but yes. So I went off piste, but I
Yeah,
apparently I'm a Glasgow and Scotch and Rye. Everybody should watch them. Quality shows.
definitely. Very, very old now. It'll be all like grainy and stuff, won't
Very
it?
old. Aye,
Very
aye.
old.
Oh,
I think
it's got
my
that weird.
granny's still got her Scotch and Rye videotapes.
Back in the
Like
day,
with
watching it
big
on VCR.
big pile of videotapes. And get them on Granny Christmas edition. It's great.
Well, it
Oh
comes on it every year. We see it on Hogmanay up here. We see a bit of Scotch
yeah.
and Rye. Oh, it
Aye.
still airs
Classic.
because quality TV.
Definitely. Can't get any better. Right, let's get back on,
Aye.
on schedule.
Stop keeping us on topic. God,
Keep us see, this is why we need like a wee like referee in the corner being like, stop chatting, stop chatting.
behave yourselves.
Yeah. We
Um,
should just be having a wee Bailey's just now and just be like, oh,
aye.
did we
Much
discuss
like
this?
Jordan, much like
Yeah.
Jordan said in the last episode, yeah, an after dark version.
We'll do that. We'll plan it for
Yeah.
after New Year. Right.
We need to get some friends
Naps.
in.
We talked about naps and we talked about like putting baby down and letting them sleep in the sling and stuff. When it's busy and overwhelming and there's lots of things to do, try not to miss naps because
Aye.
overstimulated, super tired kids over Christmas is just, it's a lot. And if they're
Yeah.
getting passed around and you've got no routine because at Christmas nobody knows what time it is, what day it is, you've got you've got Christmas Eve and then it's the 5th of January and you don't know what's happened in between that time. So
Yeah.
having trying to keep some sort of schedule can be important. So I would like set naps or reminders on my phone to go off and be like, okay, should be napping now because you know me and time schedules, it doesn't
Aye.
work very well. So I have to set alarms. Um, but yeah, I found it really helpful and also having the sling for naps because if they're in a different bed in a different place, like I find it hard
Yeah.
to fall asleep in different beds if I'm somewhere different. So if they're sleeping on you, enjoy those contact naps over
Yeah.
Christmas. Allow it. It's just going to be easier for you overall because baby's more likely to fall asleep on you quicker than they are trying to settle them in a different bed with different smells and different feels than or and a toddler than like on you where they know they usually are anyway when they smell you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, I would say napping leads us into the other thing we're going to talk about, which is getting out for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So with if it is coming up for nap time, you can strap them onto you, grab the dog if you've got one, and then out you pop, go for an hour's walk. Your baby will go for a sleep with the movement, and the contact. It allows you to say you've done something exercisey, which allows you to then indulge more. So more cheese
Yes,
and biscuits for you.
definitely. Or
Absolutely.
chocolates.
More
Yeah, because
sweets.
walking while you're carrying a baby burns more calories than just walking by yourself or pushing a buggy. So it's
Exactly. It's resistance
fact.
training. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's weight training.
Yeah.
It's like all these like runners and stuff wear a weighted vest. It's just a really
Yeah.
cute weighted vest. That's all you have to
Yeah.
think about it. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's warm as well. So again, in the cold weather, your baby's going to keep you toasty. What we're doing here is we're
exactly.
saving you money. You don't have to buy a weighted vest. You don't have to buy a heated thing. You don't have to wear extra layers. Have a baby. Mu So much cheaper.
Yeah, it saves you buying a few things. Oh, oh no, I lost an ear. Oh, it's gone.
Disaster. Um, but yeah, it's having a walk with the baby as well. Like it's going to allow them to nap. It's going to allow you to, especially like I say, I love my family to the ends of the earth and back. But at Christmas, it is so much that sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to walk the dog because I
Mm,
need away from all of you people. Like because I'm not a very social person.
yeah,
Well, I am, but in very controlled spaces. So like,
yes.
I
Small
have no
doses.
interest like I need to have some space to myself. I've no interest in sitting talking to somebody from 9 o'clock in the morning to midnight. So I would very much like to have some time alone.
Yeah.
So
We try
sometimes
and
we
do like a Christmas Day walk, get out,
yeah
just because, especially if you're sitting, especially with the heating's on, you're sitting there in a warm
hmm
room with lots of noise and stuff going on, and you're sitting there, you're just eating and drinking, and you feel rubbish. So getting out and
yeah
about, just some fresh air, just helps perk you up again, because then you can go for the second half of the day, which is,
Mhm.
or also if you've got older children and they've got a new bike for Christmas or something like that, or anything with
yeah
wheels that they can take it out and play with, it's a great idea to like also get them out because they're probably going to want to go out anyway. So yeah, we always
yes
try and do. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it's just me. I'm away. I'll come back in an hour. And then it's like, right,
yeah
okay.
I
Does
need to
anyone
sit
have an animal to walk? Does anyone need a walk? Like I don't have the excuse this year of walking the dog, so I'll just have to say that I need to walk myself.
somebody must have a hamster or something that needs a run, you know.
Anyone got a budgie? Tie a string at his leg, I'll take that out.
It's yeah, I think it's good to help let your kid have a nap, especially for overtired toddlers. It can be really good because even if they won't go in the carrier, you can let them run about a bit, in the fresh
Yeah.
air. And sometimes that transition of being out in the cold, in the fresh air, and then coming into the warm and cozy will tip them into nap time anyway.
Hmm.
So it can be really useful. And honestly, like the thing I always tell with new parents is if your kid just will not stop crying and you've fed them and changed them, they're still crying, they're still overwhelmed, take them outside or put them in water. Like
Yep.
it'll reset your baby. So at
Hmm.
Christmas, if your kids are stressed, take them outside.
Yep.
Even stand by the back door with them, or by a
Yeah.
window, just something, let them feel the cold in them, let them decompress a little bit, some fresh air. It will make a difference.
Yeah,
Um, and
definitely.
it'll
Even
help
if you
as
like you've
well.
got them if you're in a house with loads of other kids and stuff and they're running about causing a riot and you're just it's getting you overstimulated as well. Like, let's go outside and play. Let's go and run about in the park and burn off some of your energy. So when you come back in, you're going to be calmer and I can sit down and like chat to people because I'm not having to chase around children and be like, oh, where are they going? So yeah,
Mm,
just open the back door or out you go for a walk and it just yeah just so
yeah,
helpful.
I think that's it. Is that I mean, as an adult, I find Christmas great. Like I love it. I get to see my family who I love a lot.
Mm,
I get pampered because my parents they make such a big deal of Christmas, and we're the same at New Year. We have exactly the same sort of style of dinner at New Year's on New Year's Day.
mm.
So like we
Steak
go
pie?
over. No, we don't. Well, sometimes we do, but my mum often will do. Like she'll go one year we had an American style, so she just made all these different types of
Oh.
like traditional American style foods. But like we had like bloomin' onion because she decided that was American. And
Love it.
just a whole bunch of other stuff. My American friends were like, we hadn't considered we had traditional foods, but okay. Um, and
Yeah.
then we one year we had multiple years actually we have like this big Indian buffet thing where she like makes
Ah,
about
yeah.
40 different curries and loads of different sort of sides and stuff. It's amazing. It's really good.
Mm.
Again, there are eight of us, but we could feed the 500. Um, but yeah, she likes to make sure that everybody's taken care of. She's very much the hostess with the mostess at Christmas and New Year. So
Mm.
for me, I don't actually have that much to do. Even when I
Sounds
offer to help,
great.
honestly, it's so good. I have a great Christmas
It's like
dinner.
a
I always
token
have.
offer, isn't it? Like, do you need help? Do
Yeah, as I'm
you?
cracking, do you need help, Mum? Or can
Yeah.
I just can my brother and I bugger off upstairs? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
You
honestly,
become a
my
child again though, don't you? If you're having like big dinner at home, you're like, oh, my mum's gonna take care of it. I'll just go and play with my toys.
yeah, or I will often go, Matthew, maybe we should, that's my brother, sorry, maybe we should just go upstairs and tidy, and then we go upstairs and just proceed to get half cut. Because again, the way our house is laid out, we've got a flat roof out the back, and when it's cold enough, we put the drink in the flat roof so we don't have to go downstairs. And so
You've
so
got it
it sits
all
outside and
organized,
chills.
haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, honestly, my Christmas is a shambles. It's great.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Mine is
but
busy, busy, busy. I would, yeah, I think I really liked the COVID Christmas because it was nice and quiet and not stressful. Like I love our Christmas. It's busy, all the family's around and the kids have a great time and you can just chill and eat. But yeah, it's nice to have a quiet Christmas sometimes.
yeah,
Just
it can
chill.
be. It's just
Just eat like
honestly
picky
for
foods. I would just happily have like a picky food all day. Just have all the Christmas bits and just pick what you want. That's usually like Boxing Day. Boxing Day is usually picky day, which is nice.
oh yeah. If you're not having trifle for breakfast on Boxing Day, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, I don't like trifle. I hate
I
trifle.
love
Can't stand
I
it.
love trifle,
No,
but then
I'm
but then
cheesecake all the way.
my mum does fill ours with sherry, so it's potentially that I just like
Yeah,
sherry
I
for
fill my
breakfast on Boxing
cheesecake
Day.
with Baileys. So there we go.
I'm into it. I'm into it. Um, but
Right, so
yeah,
we got
it's
anything else? Are we staying on topic here?
no,
No.
we're not. We just
No,
got
we're
distracted
not.
talking about Christmas.
We have. See, this is the issue.
I think we've
So,
covered everything. Yeah.
yeah, we've done the shopping, the cooking, the drinking, naps, setting alarms, um, sensory
Going out for a walk.
overload, going for a walk, enjoying the kid cuddles, not having to pass the
Yeah.
baby around for cuddles. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of
Yeah.
other
I mean,
benefits and stuff, but it would depend on your family and your plans and stuff. Oh,
aye.
also like events, going out. I thought of another one. Going out for events like school plays or going to see Santa or reindeers and things like that. If you have to do those and if you choose to do
More
those,
socializing.
well, yeah, we know you don't like socializing. You can just go sit in your corner.
I will, and I'll be happy.
But yeah, getting out to all of those is much easier. I remember when my wee one, he's a January baby, so he was 11 months for his first Christmas. So he was obviously not tooty, but he was still a wee baby in the sling on the front. And
Mm,
being able to get through the crowds, to be able to get to the front of the parade to see Santa and the reindeers for my 5-year-old at the time was so
yeah.
much better than all the people at the back who had buggies and couldn't get any closer and couldn't see anything. I was like, we're right up here, and she was delighted and loving it, and I was feeling really smug because I was able to get through the crowds and also keep baby safe. And he woke
Yeah.
up and saw some stuff as well. So, and like going to Christmas events, like everybody turns up with the buggies, and then there's no space to move because the buggies are everywhere, taking up all the space.
Yeah.
So being able to, you're not adding to more stuff taking up the space, you're able to then settle. And also, if you're at something like a church event or a school church play or something, and you've got a baby and you're trying to settle them in a pram or you're trying to hold them walking up and down the aisle, they're more likely to settle in the sling in your arms than
Mm,
kind of being pushed around. So you're able to not have to walk out and miss it because you don't want to disturb everyone with the baby crying. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, again, those things are really handy being able to do with a sling.
Mhm.
It's magical. There's all the
Yeah.
obviously mental benefits and physiological benefits of baby wearing and stuff, but these are like practical benefits, especially over the festive period, which can just
Mhm.
be so handy and it's nice. It's nice. There's just nothing better than that we
Yeah.
snuggle and having a cuddle and just cooing in.
Aye. That's Coorie, and we've got to give a shout for the Coorie. Um,
Yeah.
absolutely, it is excellent at Christmas. When your kid is Cooried into you. Um, the other thing I would say, just that I've remembered is
Mm.
that my first Christmas with my daughter, like I say, she was 6 weeks old or something at the time, so she was tiny.
Mm.
Um, what was good was when she was needing to feed, I was breastfeeding. Um,
Hmm.
I could feed her while I was still having my Christmas dinner. I didn't have to take myself
Yes.
away and go sit upstairs because I put her in the carrier and I fed her in the carrier. Um, so I had a hand on her, but I could still like stab my potatoes, and I
Yeah.
could
Just have someone cut
hubby
it
could
up and then you've got forkfuls. You can just, yeah,
exactly.
that is a game changer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Did my daughter have some gravy on her head? Yes, she did. But do you know what?
You licked it off.
She she was delicious when I licked it off. Absolutely. So it's absolutely, I mean, you can use the carrier for whatever you need it to be at Christmas.
Hmm.
To calm down an overexcited toddler, to keep a tiny newborn close, to take a preschooler out on a walk whose legs have suddenly got very tired,
Hmm.
because they've been pedaling so hard on their bike. It's all of these things. You can use carriers for anything. You can make shopping easier. They can make going to Christmas events easier because then you don't have to buggy park and I try and squeeze buggies into like town halls and churches and things that were never intended for them.
Hmm.
There are so many things you can use a carrier for. And as always, you do not need to carry if you don't want to. If you are overwhelmed, give your baby to somebody to hold. There's always somebody around at Christmas.
Hmm.
Preferably somebody But
Yes.
if you're in the shop and you're overwhelmed and you need a stranger to hold your baby, I'm not going to stop you doing that. Um, uh, Absolutely, if you can use it to make cooking and stuff easier. But if you don't want to, if you think, I'm just not comfortable with this, great. Put them in a bouncy
Hmm.
chair or lie them on the floor or give them to granny, whatever you need to do to get through the day.
Hmm.
Because I do think Christmas with kids is overwhelming at the best of times.
Yep.
So just anything you can do to get through the day and have a good
Hmm.
time as stress free as possible. But again, if you're going to have some kind of alcohol or any kind of other substance use this Christmas, just make sure you're doing it as safely as possible for the kids.
Yeah.
Um, and obviously their well-being comes first. So,
Hmm.
you know, if it means
And
that you
yeah,
have, yeah,
we've also
sorry.
talked about like all these benefits and all these things you can do, and it sounds like it's super busy, but also if you don't want to do any of that or you don't have to do any of that, especially if you've got your first child and it's the first baby and you don't have any other kids, so you have to do all these other things. If you just want to have baby in a sling, sit on the couch,
Uh-huh.
watch Christmas movies with a cup of tea, you do
Do
that as
that.
well. Like
We love that
use
for you.
use the sling for a couple of things or don't use it. Use it when you need to. It's not all or nothing. Use it as a
Yeah,
parenting tool. So use it
the
at a time
tool.
when you need to. Yes. So you don't have
Yeah.
to be like, oh, I have to put the buggy away. I can only use this thing over Christmas. Like, no, you bring it out. You don't use it. Use it, don't use it. But if you do, these are the things that can be easier if you are carrying. So yeah, it
I
just
mean,
makes things
I
easier.
I used to go shopping with the buggy, and then when my kid would get distressed, I put the baby in the carrier, and then I would
Yeah.
use the buggy as a shopping trolley. You can do that.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. So you've
absolutely,
got
you
like
can do
extra,
that.
especially if you have to, like if you want to go do the shopping, but then you have to get the bus and you don't want to be having
Exactly.
to carry all the shopping, still take the buggy. It makes a great trolley.
Yeah, shove the carrier in the buggy until you need it.
Yeah.
It's and especially if it's a tiny baby, like you're essentially it is a trolley at that point.
Yeah,
Like
because you've got the
it's
bassinet, so it's much
yeah.
easier. Definitely.
Again, while we talk a good game about how great carrying is and how we love it and we think you should carry all the time because that's what we love,
Mm.
we also use prams, we also use buggies. These are parenting tools. They're there to make your life easier.
Yeah, I didn't because I didn't know how to use them. Like I have people coming
But
in and they're like, especially if they have to like put their buggy away or something like that. Oh, can you? I'll hold the baby. Will you fold it up? Because I have no idea what to do. I need to learn and to get on pushing a buggy. I did have a buggy with my first, but not my second. But yeah,
yeah,
use what you need to use. Like
yeah,
you do. We're not the sling police. We're not going to be like, oh, you're not using a sling. You have to use a sling. It's like do it if you want to, but if you don't want to, that's fine. And if you don't
doesn't
want to
make
use a sling, you're probably not listening to this podcast.
but it doesn't make you any less of a baby wearer if you
Yeah.
use a pram because you need to use a pram or you want to. Like, it doesn't make you any
Yeah.
less of a baby wearer. And it doesn't, same with there's sometimes like, oh well, if you're not able to wrap, then you're not like a baby wearer. If you wear your baby, you're a baby wearer. And that means
Exactly.
if you wear them once or if you wear them every day of the week,
Yep.
you got to get through, especially the festive season. There is so much to do. There are so many people you're obligated to see. You know, you've got to see your great auntie who you don't want to see. You know, like you've got to do that. Um,
Yeah.
you just sit down and try and deal with the political opinions of people you just don't like. It's, you've got to do all this stuff at Christmas and you've got to try
Getting
and
a
do it this
nice
time.
insight into Gemma's Christmas events.
It tells you about the type of people I talk to. No, it's you're going to meet somebody who's like a second aunt once removed, or your 15th cousin or something, and you're like, okay, I don't want to talk to you, but I'm obligated to. So, it's a really stressful time of year. Um,
It could be good, like, oh, the baby's unsettled. I need to go take them for a nap.
they're an excellent excuse, our babies.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just got to make your life easier. So do what you got to do, make an easy life for yourself. If carrying helps with that, we love that for you. If it doesn't,
Hmm.
great. Use a pram, use a cot, whatever you need to do to get through the day. Um,
Hmm.
we fully support whatever parenting decisions you make.
Yes,
That's where we're at.
definitely. So this has been off tangent, losing track, and chaotic as usual, but hopefully people have enjoyed it. And we will be back next year. Oh my God. It's like,
Yeah,
yes. So we're obviously going to have a wee break over Christmas, back next year, and we have got some exciting guests lined up, haven't we? I'm
yeah.
really excited, and we're not telling you because it could be a surprise. So
Super
if you're
secret.
not
You have to
already
follow us on
following,
socials. Yeah.
make sure you follow us on socials and make sure you follow us on whatever streaming platform you're listening to. And hopefully, yeah. And also, if you have any questions or want to have your say on any of the episodes that you listen to, please tell us, email us, message on socials, comment on things, comment under this, let us know, because we want to hear from you because this podcast is for all of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
perfect. And thanks for listening. And let's go and have a sign off and have a proper blather.
I'm gonna have a fantastic festive period. I hope you all do too, and
Yep.
we'll see you in the new year.
Yes. Merry Christmas and